Will you able to see a menu? Ashok,
Yes, sir.
you see here there is a menu, product, brand, type. When you click product, when you click brand, when you click type, everything will be added as a menu. Okay, this is a bootstrap menu. How I implemented bootstrap menu is this is a Pritus. Just go to solution. In the layout, I just copy and pasted the bootstrap. Nothing I did. I just call this part I copy from the bootstrap. Only thing I made a change is this is the part. Okay. I just call this these parts. Okay. Remaining all I just copy and pasted. And I said my header class will be eStore. And then collapse, navigate, everything will be there. Okay. Akshay. Hey Akshay, good morning. Okay, so if you see here, I got a menu. Okay, I had implemented a menu. Even types, everything will be there. Products, there was no product right now. Okay. You got a product, brand, and everything will be there. Clear? Now what I'm going to do?
Yeah.
Product index, I have to give. Let's go to my controller. Instead of index, something name I given. It should be list products. It should not index. This is not working, so I'm putting this. Now save it, try to run. When the page loads, it will display the product. Clear? Now go to brands, go to products. You're getting a product or not? You go to types. So the menu is working. Now what I'm going to do, whenever there is an admin, he can able to see edit and delete. Whenever there is no admin, he cannot able to see the edit and delete or create. That I'm going to implement with the security concept. Okay. To do that, first step one is I need to install a package called authentication and authorization in ASP.NET Core MVC. This is the one I'm going to implement. Okay. So first what I need to do, step one, install Microsoft.ASP.NET Core.identity.entity framework. Okay. What I'm installing, Microsoft.identity core, ASP.NET Core.identity from the NuGet package manager. From the NuGet package manager. Clear my point? For all the layers. So what you have to do to copy this one, first go to your model. In the model, under dependency, you see package, nothing is there, right? So right click, add NuGet package manage, go to browse, paste. No package. Okay. The problem is Microsoft. See, you got the Microsoft.ASP.NET Core.Identity Framework. Yes or no? You should not install this one. You should install this one. Now, hold on a second. Again, there is identity. In this, you have to select 8.0.25, install, apply, accept. Okay. Once you've done that, you see, I got an Microsoft.Identity Framework is installed in this catalog model. Say yes or no?
Right.
Please. Okay. Now, go to the solution, try to create a folder saying that application model. What model? Application models. In this, you try to create a class name called ApplicationUser. You have to create a class name called.
So you need only one NuGet only, that's it?
Yes. Application user. Okay. I created an application user. So I say application user model. That's a better meaning. Okay. Now you go back, you say change this file as application user model. Okay. Now right click, remove sort using. In this class, you are going to inherit identity user. You see, I have an identity user which has been derived from Microsoft.core.entity. Is it correct? Click enter. So what happened? Microsoft.ASP.NET Core.Identity you are getting, right?
Yes.
So you are builded a model. Now what you need to do to call this model, you need to create a repository. Say yes or no? You need to create a table in the database. You need to have a repository class or not.
Yeah.
So what you will do? So what is your step 2 here? Step 2, create a class with application user model inherited by identity user class. Okay. So what will happen? Now go and create. The second step is go and create application context in the repository. The repository I'm going to create, right click, add new class, say the classes ApplicationDbContext. ApplicationDbContext. Will the context will be derived from entity framework or not? Say yes or no. Do we need an entity framework to be derived? Say yes or no. Guys, please say yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
So
sir.
what you will do, in the repository, you see application DB context. I created an identity DB context. I'm passing the application user model. So what I'm going to do here, identity DB context, where I'm passing application user model. Clear? Say yes or no. I created a application DB context where I'm passing the Microsoft.ASP.NET Core.entity.identity.entity framework, which has been derived by the DB context. Okay. After that, do we need a base class option? You need to create an object for this. Say yes or no. Do you need an object of this application DB context? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
We need a constructor for this, right, sir? We need a constructor based on
No,
constructor.
constructor for dependency injection. Before
Okay.
creating a constructor, you need to create an object. Am I right?
Correct.
So for that, you go back to the Solution Explorer. Under the program.cs file, you are going to create an object. Is it correct? Usually, you will create object in the object here in the program.cs.
Yes.
So here, in the end, I'm going to call builder.services.add DB context of application DB context of options lambda. Clear? You will call options dot use SQL server of connection strings. Clear, ma? You created an object. Will you create an object or not? For the
Yes.
application DB context. Now, this object will be injected into your application DB context class, right? So there, CTOR, here you need to pass DB context options lambda of application DB context options, right? Do I need to pass this to the base class identity DB context? For that, I'm going to use base of options. Make sense? I created a class with the application DB context. Say yes or no, Ashok?
Yes, sir.
So you prepared a class with that. Now what you need to do? You need to build the project. Rebuild the project. Now you need to create a package manager in the console. So what you need to do? What is the connection string table we are using? Go to appsetting.json. NarendraDB catalog. So you remove this. Okay. This is the best option. So just catalog DB. Now, before going to that SSMS, I'm creating a new DB, okay, for all the stuff. Go to object. connect. You see there is a database name which I created, DB batch 110, right? Let me delete this. Okay, so that I can create a new table, new database. Okay, just go here. I say catalog DB underscore 1001. Simply say batch 001. Okay, now build the project. Just clean a solution. Try to build a project. Once you've done that, go to Package Manager console. What is the command I have to use? Can anyone tell me the command?
Add migration.
Which one? First, I have to select catalog repository, add -migration.
So did you create
Correct?
a DB set? Did you create a DB set?
Not required.
Okay.
For this, not required, because you see here, I'm not created any DB set in this code. Did I created any DB set here?
No.
Okay, not required. Okay. Add migration. I will tell you why it is not required later point of time. Okay. Now I'm saying
Dash context.
no. First we have to
Name.
create a branch.
Name of the
-context. What is the brand? It is a brand repository. Brand repository. Enter. Brand is
go to
already
default
used
project. Yeah. Your default project, select over there.
Where?
No, not here. Yeah, here. You need to select here, right?
I already selected repositories available with the same migration. So what you need to do, just simply say brands v1, brands underscore v2 version. See, a new version of brand is created. Then update underscore hyphen database. Okay, brands underscore v2 hyphen context brand repository. Enter. What will happen? A brand table will be created. Now, if you go to database, refresh the database, you got the table, database.
Yeah.
You see, there is a brand table will be available. Got the brand table? Now, you need to create a type table. Okay, simply go here, Emma, types, in the context, you will have type repository. Enter. See, you created another scaffold. Now what do you need to do? Update type types, enter. What will happen? Another table will be created name called types. Is it created?
Yes.
Now go back. Just refresh the table. You see types are created? Yes or no?
So what will be the columns like? It has been already defined, sir, the columns and all?
Yes.
ID and name. ID and everything.
Now we are going to create a product. We are going to run the migration of product. Here, what you need to do, CLS, you say here, product repository, you say here, products. And then I'm entering a migration script. Now, if you look into this migration script of product, you see I have a product table with the ID column. Yes or no?
Yeah.
A product table with the ID column. And I'm having an insert and down data. Okay. So everything will be auto created. Now go to the package manager console. Just go and say update. Here you say product and go back products version 2, enter. See, products are creating. Now go back, you see the table, you will get a products table. You created a product table. You got a product table with all the columns what I created. Sendil, Satish.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
You got the product table. Now
Yes.
our main table is going to create. What is our main table? Identity table. Go here, CLS, add-migration. What is the context name? Application DB context. You say here application user. Application user version. You click enter, it will generate a file. Now here in this file, there are a lot of things will happen. You see, I have an application DB with the migration. There is an up migration. The first table it is creating ASP.NET Role. I never created any column or table. It is automatically taken care.
That's what I was asking.
Because this guy will take care everything. This application user model, identity user class will take care everything, all the columns and everything. Clear my point?
Yes.
You see,
Yes.
go to identity user. There is a table. There is a table and everything will be taken care internally. You no need to worry. When you go back to the identity user, everything will be taken care. Understand my point? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now go back. If you look into your repository of application under migration application DB, go to your application user version. You see in this application user, do you have login user ID, password, anything? You are having anything apart from new? No, right? Do you have anything new? You have a user full name? No. You don't have anything similar to email. You don't have phone numbers, everything, right? So you can create your own custom values in the table. For that, in the application user, basically what I will do, where is this application user model? You see, I added few parameters. Okay, so the same parameter I'm trying to add in this project. I created just a migration file. I'm not executed a table. Okay, so what I will go in the catalog model under application model in the application user model, I just go public. I'm adding a few more attributes, string, first name get set equal to string dot empty. Public string last name is equal to string dot empty. And then public string address get set equal to I have a property. Okay. Now what is the last one? Public date time when I'm creating this user in the DB. So that I'm going to have a created by get set. So there are, apart from these attributes, I'm adding these 4 attributes in the script. For that, I'm using a application model. Go back, try to run the model, build the project. Okay, now go back in the package manager console. In the add migration, you say version 3 because the earlier version is 2. Now I'm using a version 3. Enter, another migration will be created. See, version 3 is created. Say yes or no. Application user version 3 is created or not. Now come back.
Yes.
See, the new columns are added.
Yeah.
Clear? Now go back in the package manager console, update database. You say application DB context. Now here, application user v3 enter. So it is creating all the application related users, everything. Say yes or no. It's created or not. Now go back to your database, refresh your database with the tables. You see all the values are related to the ASP.NET. I have a ASP.NET user, user login, user role, roles, role claim, user claim, tokens, everything is created. Did I created every object or it is automatically created? Did I created these identity information tables on my own or with the help of entity framework core I created this table?
Entity framework core.
With the help of identity framework, not entity framework, identity framework. Or you got my point? Without an identity framework, you can't able to create these tables. Now done. I'm very clear with my everything. Now what I want to do? Do I need to have here? Do you need a bit of user values in this table for a first time?
Yeah.
I need to create a user values, right? So what I will do? Go here in the project, just close everything, close all tabs. Under the solution, just build the project. Now, clean, just go to project, build a project. And then go to Solution Explorer. In the Solution Explorer, under the service class, you are going to create a one service name called, I will show you what is that name, database initializer. So every value of database need to be initialized here. How I'm going to initialize this? Go to service, right click, not outside, within the service, just outside, add a class name called database initialization. Database initializer. I created a database initializer. In that, remove sort using, making this classes public. Now what I'm going to do here, I'm going to have a method public static async void seed data. I'm going to seed the data user manager of application user model. What model I'm passing? User model. Okay. Now you see there is an application user model. Right click, quick action, add this model. And then you will have sign in manager. Sorry, role manager. Role manager of, what is the role? Identity role. You can have role manager. Okay. Here you will have a user manager. User manager. Okay. You created a method. I'm going to seed a data with the user model object as well as role manager object. Now here, assume for the first time table doesn't have admin. For the very first time, there is no data as an admin. Do we need to create data in the table or not? For login into the application.
We need login.
No, before login.
login.
Before login, we need to have an admin details, right? Then only I can allow my application to login. Am I right? Or super admin is required. So now I'm going to seed the data of super admin. How I'm going to do that is very simple. First, what I'm doing, whether I'm checking both the role manager are correct or not. If user manager equal to null or role manager equal to null. If both are null, what do you need to do? You need to print a value saying that console dot write line, simply say add user manager. Both user and role are not available. Both user and roles are not available. Okay. So will you going to send the back to the application? You're just returning. That's all. You're not going to continue the next step. Now what you will do next step? What you will do? Where exists equal to await user manager dot what is that? Sorry. Okay, it is a where await role manager dot role exist async. So what you need to pass here? You need to pass the role name. The role name is admin. Understand? I'm checking whether the role as a roles exist or not. If the roles not exist, what you will do? If exist, you will return back because role is already available. Okay. Basically, if not exist, you have to use this. You are going to create a role. If not exist, first you need to create a role. How to create a role? Await role manager dot create role async. Create async of admin. That's the role you have to pass like this. You have to pass like this. You have to pass this role. Okay. So what do you need to do? New identity role of admin. So you are creating a role in the DB. Yes or no? See, first
sir.
step, whether your user object and role object is null, you are returning back. And then you are checking whether the role has an admin or not. If the role doesn't have an admin, you are going to create an admin. Okay. Now what do you need to do? Where you should not use a where because already exist is available. Exist is equal to await role manager dot role exist of user. If you don't have a user role, you have to create a user role. In the table, you have to create a user role. So what do you need to do? Await role manager dot create role, create a sync of new identity role of user. You are having a user role? Yes or no? See, first you are checking the seed data. If seed data has an admin role, well and good. If seed data doesn't have a user role, you are going to create a role. Once you create admin role and user role, are you going to create an admin user in the seed data? Do we need to create an admin role in the seed data? Say yes or no?
No.
No?
If it is already
Yes, sir.
exist,
No, first you have to check whether any one user has an admin or not. Am I right?
yes.
If it is not available, you have to create an admin. Am I right? So what do you need to do? Small thing, I will check the code. Sorry, sometimes I will forget. So here, I'm going to check like this. Okay, check admin. How to do check admin? This is the code I will do. So where admin user is equal to async, async or await user manager dot get user async of, okay, you're going to get the, get user in role async, get user in get user in role async. I say admin. Clear? If the admin user is not available, if admin user is not equal to null, you don't need to do anything. You simply return. Right? In the console, what you will print? Console dot write line admin exist. Am I right? Admin user exist. Suppose there is no admin user. You are taking admin, it was not available. So you should not check the object like this, at least any. So what do you need to do? Dot any function. That means if any one admin user is available, fine. If there is no admin user, you have to do anything. Now what do you need to do? You need to create an application user and store it as a role as an admin or not. So this is how you have to do this. So what you will do, where user is equal to new of application user model. So I'm going to create an application user model. What is my application user model? First name equal to Narendrababu. Last name equal to Mopparaju. Phone number equal to 7702735 111. This is my number. And then you should have email ID. Email is equal to admin at itaskTechnologies.com. Now, what is my last thing? You should have a created date. So, created at date time not. So, created by. Better to have created by. Okay. Now, you created an application user model, whatever the value you require. Because you are not having any admin, so I'm making him as an admin. Now, come back. You see, I simply pass await user manager dot create user, comma, the role I'm going to pass admin at 123. The application I'm using a password. Am I right or wrong? With the user object, I'm creating a password admin at 123. 1 second. The user object, I'm creating a password admin at 123. Now, next, what I'm doing? Do I need to associate this user with the role Narendrababu? Say yes or no. I might need to associate this guy with an admin. I created a user. Do I need to associate that user as an admin or not? Say yes or no.
Yes, sir.
So what I'm going to do, I write a logic like this. If result are succeeded, I'm going to add a role as admin. So if result, okay, I'm having a result where result equal to, I'm getting a result equal to. Understand? And then if result dot succeeded, what I need to do here? User created. Do I need to create a role for this user object? Await role manager dot create. I pass my user object. What is my user object? User comma new identity role. No, I don't need this. 1 second. Add role to async. Add to. Okay, directly you are using user manager. Huh? User manager dot add role to async user object, comma, what is your role? Your role is string of admin. Is it create? So did I created a basic setup of data? Say yes or no. Did I created a basic setup of data? Vishal, Akshay,
Yes, sir.
everyone. Now, do I need to call this database initializer in your startup project? So where I need to call this? Where I need to call this? Can I go to my program.cs file? Okay, here before run, you are going to write a logic. I'll show you what I'm writing. You write this. Okay, simply using where scope equal to app dot services dot create scope. Create scope is a method. So you have to use method in the scope where services is equal to app dot what is the service? Sorry, scope dot service provider. This is the first step. Okay, and then you need to create an instance for the user manager and role manager before you have to call a database initializer. Do I need to create a user
Yes, sir.
manager and role manager instance in this place?
Yes, sir.
Because this database initializer expecting an user manager instance and role manager instance. So I need to create the user manager instance and role manager instance in program.cs file. How do I do that? Now you see here. This is how you have to get it. Where user manager equal to services dot get service provider get required key service required services of what is the service name? User manager of application user model. This is the guy you want. Understand? I'm getting a service, required a service of this instance and holding in this object. Now what I need to do next? Where role manager is equal to services dot get required service of what is the thing? Role manager of identity role. So this instance of user role, this instance of role manager, we are not created anything here. So we need to create an object. We need to add that into the builder method. Say yes or no. This instance, we need to add as a builder.service method or not. Ashok, Akshay, Vishal.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
what
sir.
you
Yes.
need to do, if you look into here, I will add here. See, did I added a role option as a service? Say yes or no. Did I added a role as a service? So what you will do, before builder.run method, build method, builder.services dot add identity of application user model, comma, identity role. Okay. Now, here, I'm going to use options of lambda function. I'll tell you why I'm using this lambda function. Now here, options dot, I can use this one. This will be useful for you. Okay. What I'm saying, can anyone tell me what I'm saying here? Options, 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 options. See, minimum password length is 8. Required a digit equal to true. Required a lowercase equal to true. Required uppercase is equal to true. Required a non-alphanumeric. This is the password sensitives. Okay. And then after doing this, you should have identity, add default token providers. Now you see, add entity frameworks to okay. Add default providers ku badalaga add entity framework stores. Framework stores of application DB context. Done. Say yes or no. You are adding a identity with the help of application user model rule, and it is going to be used by application DB context. So that are you creating object for user model and identity node in the builder.service method? Here you are creating an object of your application DB context. Here you are creating your user model and identity role object holding into the builder.services. Those information you are going to pack here and then await database initializer, database initializer dot see data of user manager, comma, role manager. Can I pass the object? I think don't need await. Am I calling a manager? Yes or no? Am I created a seed data?
Yes, sir.
Now what I'm going to do, I want to run the project. Okay, I'm putting a breakpoint in builder method, run the project. Now you see, I create an application builder. Controllers are added, service descriptions, connection strings, SQL servers, add DB context, service DB context. Now I created an identity of service with the object identity context. Now when I build it, now put a breakpoint of here. Okay, run the project. You see, I get a scope. I get a scope of all the services. Say yes or no. Builder.service, I'm getting all the services, right? So this service will have user manager object as well as role manager object. Now you see where services, you get the scope of services is true. I'm taking user manager object. Password, I'm taking everything. I'm getting the object of user manager. Say yes or no. Am I getting a user object or not? And then I'm passing this to my here. Your user manager is null, not null. Your role manager is not null. Now coming here, it is checking whether the role is exist. It won't have an exist. threading task was cancelled because of the threads. Let me run fast. If you wait, it will not work. Run. 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 Why task was cancelled? Yesterday it is working. Today it is not working. Clean. Remove everything. I'll tell you this one. I think some multi-threading issue. I'll fix the issue. Okay. But code level is correct, right? Ashok, you understand?
Yes,
Vivek,
sir.
Vishal. So I don't know why it is happening. Multi-threading issue. I'll look into it. Okay.
Okay.
Vivek,
Yes,
you
sir.
understand, right?
Yes, sir.
Flow, you understand, right?
Yes, sir.